And the great thing about talking to this man this time of year is that you know that warm weather is not far off. Our baseball coach, Scott Strickland, and Coach, I mean, here we go, February 19th, not that far away, and that'll be the opener against Evansville.
Yeah, it's getting close. And like you said, it's warming up a little bit. We still have some cold weather to deal with, and we know in February, early March, we'll deal with the weather a little bit. But it's exciting to think about that opening day is right around the corner.
You know, you were sitting on, I know, of all the teams that you got to feel really bad for last year when the pandemic hit and the shutdown, your baseball team sitting at number 2 in the nation and about to take on the number 1 team, Florida, when it all hit.
Yeah, really tough to think about. We were on a bus. We were heading south and got a phone call and said, turn the bus around. We're going to suspend the season for 2 weeks. So we were disappointed. You know, we're heading to Florida. It was 1 versus 2, nationally televised, SEC opener. Everyone's really excited. Now we got to turn the bus around, come back home. And by the time we got back to Foley Field, they had already canceled the season. So it happened that quick. And a lot of tears on that bus. And we came in and we met in the locker room, and just a lot of kids with their hearts broken. You know, guys like Cam Shepard that came back for his senior year to take this team to Omaha. And we're ranked number 2 in the country, had as good a chance as anybody, but there's nothing we could do about it. It got shut down. It was really difficult to handle. We had a great club with a bunch of great kids, but now you got to turn the page and move forward to this year.
And turning the page means, though an announcement, 56-game schedule, you'll have the full 30-game SEC schedule. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so, I mean, it looks like, as we're sitting here now, that we're heading towards what should be a fairly normal baseball season from the playing standpoint.
That's the exciting thing about it, is we're going to be as close to normal as you can be, with people still wearing masks in the stands and social distancing and doing all the things to try to keep us safe through this thing. And so we won't have a full house, and we're not going to have that anywhere we go. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some places that we go we don't have any fans. So that's going to be an adjustment. But getting on the field, playing, competing, having a regular SEC schedule, it's as close to normal as we could hope. And again, our hope is as the season moves forward, as we get into the spring, the weather really starts to warm up. Maybe in April, in May, in June, maybe we do get back to normal.
Well, that would be great. And one of the things that, looking at this year's team, you got a lot of returning players, but you've also got, and any coach would love this, 2 preseason All-American pitchers.
Yeah, we do have a lot of veteran guys coming back on this team, and it's a bigger roster because of the draft. The draft was only 5 rounds last year. It's normally 40 rounds. So every team is going to have more players than normal. But we do have a great veteran presence on this team, position player-wise and pitcher-wise. The All-Americans you mentioned, Jonathan Cannon and Ryan Webb, just really talented kids. C.J. Smith is another experienced guy that started since he was a freshman here on the mound. So we're excited about the players that we have, the depth that we have, the leadership that we have with our veterans, and it should be a fun year.
I know one of the polls had Georgia preseason ranked number 12. I mean, that's what you want. You want to be in that conversation.
Yeah, there's no question. That's been our goal every single year, is to get us back in that conversation. We've been ranked in the top 10 3 seasons in a row, and this is season number 4 that we've been ranked in the preseason. So doesn't mean anything. We all know about preseason rankings. Doesn't mean anything. There's been 11 of the 14 SEC teams ranked preseason. It tells you what this league's all about. It is the toughest league, I think, in any sport in the SEC. I'm biased, but man, every single team is a regional caliber team. And every single weekend is just an absolute war.
Scott, what do you like best about this team you've got back?
I would say our depth. When you look at the depth that we have position player-wise, we have a lot of different options that it's not just one guy going to get that position. Cole Tate and Ben Anderson, those are the 2 guys that have stood out. Cole Tate at shortstop, Ben Anderson in center. I would say it'd be safe to say they're going to play pretty much every day. Other than that, we've got a lot of guys that are going to have to earn those spots, that are going to platoon. Early on, we're going to give a lot of guys a lot of different opportunities, but I would say the depth on this team is as good as we've ever had.
Fair question to say any team's got 2 preseason All-American pitchers, probably defense was your strength.
Yeah, defense, we feel really good about that. And we do have some younger players that are going to play, but I've been saying this the last couple of years. It's great to have talented freshmen, but it's also great to not have to play them. They're going to play because they deserve it. They're good enough to play, but we've got enough veteran guys that those freshmen are going to have to push to get in there and push each other, and that's what we like. We like a lot of competition. But yeah, we've got a really strong defense. I feel up the middle with Cole Tate. You've got Buddy Floyd and Josh McAllister at second base, Ben Anderson in center field. We've got as deep a catching staff as we've ever had. So up the middle, I think we can be as good as anybody.
Boy, let's keep our fingers crossed. Hope that all goes smoothly between now and February 19th. But Evansville in for 4 games to start it.
It's a 4-game series. We'll play a doubleheader on Saturday. And again, when you look at the schedule, we're trying to limit as much midweek travel as possible. So we're going to play 4 games against Evansville. The next weekend, we play Gardner-Webb. We're going to play 4 games with them. And that takes away some of those midweek games, so the travel gets cut down a little bit.